Imagine this. You wake up, open the front door, and find a giant wooden crate. Inside is a brand new artificial brain. It can read words, study pictures, watch video, and help write computer code. The price tag says free, but the little card that should name the maker is blank. That is Ox Alpha. It appeared on OpenRouter on August 20th, and almost nobody knows who sent it. First, the facts we can check. Its official label is Stealth/Ox Alpha. OpenRouter says it is made for hard reasoning, long coding jobs, and agents that use tools. It can take in text, images, and video. It can answer with text. None of that tells us who built it. But it tells us this is not a tiny toy hiding behind a mysterious name. Ox Alpha has a context window of just over 1 million tokens. Here is the 5-year-old version. Think of context as the model's backpack. A small backpack holds one lunchbox. This one can hold a mountain of pages, pictures, instructions, and code while it works. That does not make every answer true. It does mean the brain can keep a very large job in view without dropping the first pages on the floor. Now we reach the first locked door. OpenRouter is the shop window. It lets people choose from many artificial intelligence models. But on the Ox Alpha page, OpenRouter says something unusually clear. We route the requests. We did not develop it. We do not own it. We are not the provider. So the name on the building is not the name on the machine. The real maker is standing somewhere behind the wall. The public endpoint list gives us another clue. There is only one provider route. Its name is simply Stealth. Every Ox Alpha request goes through the same tunnel. We are not watching 10 companies take turns. We are watching one hidden operator. The public record does not name its tokenizer. It does not name its quantization. It does not link to a hugging face model card. The usual luggage tags are missing. Then comes the question that makes everybody lean closer. Why is a machine this large free? Somebody is paying for the computers. Somebody is paying for the electricity. Free can mean a gift. It can also mean a test. A company may want thousands of people to shake the machine, find weak spots, compare it with rivals, and build habits around it. We do not know which reason applies here. But free is not the same as costless. Before we summon secret robots in a volcano, let us try the boring explanations. Door 1. A capacity test. Can the servers survive a crowd? Door 2. A quality test. Where does the model fail? Door 3. A launch trick. Let the mystery create the advertising. Door 4. Collect useful feedback before the real name appears. Any one of these could explain the free preview. Several could be true together. None is proven. Now our investigator finds the small print. OpenRouter has a general agreement for stealth models. It says anonymous providers may offer them free for a limited time to collect user content for training and improvement. It also says the free access is given in exchange for that content. That is not a wild internet rumor. It is written in OpenRouter's own stealth program agreement. But hold on, because the NetX document says something different. On the Ox Alpha model page, OpenRouter says prompts and completions are retained by the provider, but are not used for training. Read that again. Retained, yes. Training, no. So one official page says stealth user content may be used to train and improve models. The Ox Alpha page says this model does not use it for training. Two official pieces of paper are now sitting on our table, pointing in different directions. This does not prove a crime. It does not prove anybody is stealing anything. It does prove the public wording is unclear. Ox Alpha is not listed with special supplemental terms that settle the difference, so we cannot honestly tell you which sentence controls the data. When the owner is anonymous and the rules do not line up, the safe answer is simple. Do not put anything private into the box. Here is the rule a child could use. If you would not pin it to the supermarket wall, do not paste it into an anonymous preview model. Keep out passwords, client files, private computer code, medical details, bank information, and family documents. Use made-up examples. Remove names. Treat every prompt like a postcard, not a locked diary. The model may be brilliant. The privacy promise still needs to be clear before the secrets come out. With the safety warning pinned up, we can ask the fun question. Who built it? On a prediction market called Manifold, people are betting on the answer. The crowd currently leans heavily towards Z.ai, also known as Zhipu AI, the company behind the Glm family. Other names sit on the board too, but a prediction market is a jar of guesses with money attached. It is not a birth certificate. Why does the crowd suspect the Glm family? Independent researchers pointed to a cluster of fingerprints. They claimed the video handling looked familiar. The tokenizer behaved similarly. The writing style felt related. Audio was rejected in the same sort of way. One researcher said he was 99% sure it was GLM 5 point something. Another simply said it came from Z.ai. Those are clues. They are not confirmation. A model fingerprint is not a tiny thumbprint hidden in the code. It is a pattern. Imagine three cooks making soup. One always chops carrots into stars. One always adds pepper last. One refuses onions. Taste enough bowls, and you may guess the cook. Researchers do something similar with artificial intelligence. They compare odd habits. Useful? Yes. Perfect? No. A different cook can copy the recipe or start with somebody else's soup. Here is why fingerprints can fool us. A company can take another model and teach it new habits. That is called fine-tuning. It is like putting a new costume and new lines on an old actor. The voice may change. The bones may not. Or the opposite can happen. Two unrelated models may behave alike because they studied similar work. Even a very good fingerprint may identify a family, not the person holding the keys today. The board has other pins, Xiaomi and its Mimo models, a private coding company, a big laboratory using somebody else's base. The market even leaves a box marked Other, which is a polite way of saying the crowd may be completely wrong. Notice what we are not doing. We are not drawing a red circle around one company and declaring the case solved. Until an official source claims the model, every logo belongs behind frosted glass. Why would a proud company hide its name? Because names bend opinions. Put a famous badge on a machine and fans may love it before it answers. Rivals may hate it before it answers. Hide the badge, and you get something closer to a blind taste test. You also create curiosity for free. If the model performs well, the eventual reveal feels like a magic trick. Anonymous testing can be useful research and excellent marketing at the same time. The mystery also needs a lot of machinery. OpenRouter shows one provider feeding every request through one route. Community descriptions repeat very large serving capacity claims, but those claims do not identify the company. A laboratory can rent computers. A cloud company can host someone else's model. A startup can borrow a giant engine for a public test. Server size tells us the hidden operator has resources. It does not print the owner's name on the door. Why not ask Alpha who made it? Because a model's answer is not an identity card. It may repeat a hidden instruction. It may guess from public gossip. It may confidently invent a company. Or the provider may tell it to say nothing. Asking can be interesting. It cannot settle ownership. If a parrot says it built the cage, we do not hand the parrot the company papers. We look for records outside the cage. None of this means Ox Alpha is bad. A hidden chef can still make excellent soup. The model is designed for coding, long jobs, visual context, reasoning, and tool use. Early users sound impressed, but impressive is not the same as proven best. A clever demo can hide a weak corner. A benchmark can reward one kind of puzzle. The honest test is your task, with fake data, checked by a human who knows what a correct answer looks like. The free sign may not stay up. OpenRouter's stealth agreement says these models are available for a limited time and can disappear without notice. So do not build a business that collapses if Ox Alpha vanishes tomorrow. Do not promise customers a permanent free machine. Test it. Learn from it. Keep an exit door. The cheapest tool in the room can become expensive if your whole shop stops when the lights go out. Let us clean the board. Fact: Ox Alpha is a powerful free stealth preview on OpenRouter. Fact: one anonymous third-party provider operates it. Fact: OpenRouter says it is not the owner. Fact: the public pages do not line up neatly on training use. Theory: the fingerprints point toward the GLM family. Unknown: the company behind the curtain. If somebody skips those labels, they are selling certainty they do not have. So, who is behind Ox Alpha? The best public theory today is Z.ai, or a model from the GLM5 family. There are technical clues and a crowd that believes them, but there is no official claim in the sources we could verify, no company statement, no named model card, no public ownership record. Our verdict is not court. It is leading suspect, unproven. That final word matters more than the dramatic music, and that is the strange beauty of this story. A machine can remember 1,000,000 tokens, inspect video, use tools, and help build software. Yet the public still cannot fill in one tiny box, made by whom? Maybe the name appears tomorrow. When it does, we will update the board. Until then, enjoy the mystery, protect your private information, and keep one hand on the fact stamp. A good investigation ends where the evidence ends.